we gonna have a good time and keep you in the know. Let all your trouble go. In the know, in the know, in the know. In the know, in the know, in the know. In the know, in the know, in the know.
There we are. Hey y'all, we live. We got another good one for you. Listen, it's gonna be lit up in here, okay? We finna get these holidays under control, making sure these bodies do what we tell them to do, cause we in control, okay? So we gonna stay fit, we gonna eat right, our mental health and our physical health are gonna be in alignment. So, I got Chris, Mr. Renew up in here, baby. We're gonna get renewed before the new year. That's my mission. We're gonna go into the new year right, okay?
Renew this.
Renew it. Can you hear okay? Okay. This is my temporary opening song. 2015, 2025, I'm gonna have my own song. Hey, Tavisha.
What's up, girl?
T. Love you, girl.
You need to get on here. You, Tanisha.
Oh, she coming. She already know. Baby, it's coming on the Internet Radio Show. It's coming. Hello, Jacksonville, Florida, and wherever you are listening around the world. Welcome to the In the Know Radio Show with your girl, Michellita. I am so happy to be here. Listen, it's a beautiful day. Now, those of you who are in Jacksonville, I know you may feel a little bit of this frustration. It's a good frustration somewhat with this weather. I think we've had all seasons in the last 48 hours. So what do you wear when you have all seasons in 48 hours? You wear a lot of clothes, okay? So all those clothes you packed away, I'm sorry to tell you, go on and bring it back out, get the layers going. But listen, we are blessed to have such beautiful weather today. And I hope wherever you are enjoying beautiful weather during this holiday season. Christmas is about, was it 11 days? It's 11 days away. So if you haven't done your Christmas shopping like me, it's okay. There is still time to get some of those good deals for your family members. And I'm going to encourage you to maybe be creative. You know, we do a lot of shopping and we do a lot of copycat types of things with TVs and clothes. Maybe do something a little bit more personal. I'm about photos. Maybe write a letter. Hey, that's an old thing that we used to do. Maybe write a letter to someone just expressing your love and appreciation of them for Christmas. Just a couple of things to do, but as promised, I have an incredible show for you today. Listen, we're going to be ready for the new year. We're not going to wait for the clock to strike 12. We're going to cross over into 2025, ready to thrive and to conquer all the things that God has already predestined for us to do. So to help us do that, I got a fitness person in here, y'all. And listen, it's going to be lit today, okay? The man of God sent me his playlist. And when I tell you, it was exactly what the doctor ordered. So prepare yourself. Get your sneakers. Listen, we talked about the layering of the clothes. Get your t-shirt and your shorts because you're going to get a sweat today during the In the Know Radio Show. So without further ado, I have Mr. Chris Courtenay, affectionately known as Mr. Renew You, and Coach Chris, who is a proud Jacksonville native whose journey is a testament to passion and resilience. From an early age, Chris was captivated by the world of entrepreneurship, starting with his first love, barbering. Yeah, he cut some heads, guys. He's good. He's good with them clippers. After serving in the U.S. Army, thank you for your service, he embarked on a vibrant 20-year career as a professional DJ, where the rhythm of music intertwined with his newfound passion for health and fitness. fitness. For over 15 years, Coach Chris has dedicated himself to transforming lives, guiding hundreds on their personal and professional journeys toward health and wellness. Through motivational speaking engagements and dynamic fitness demonstrations, he has inspired various organizations, sharing his knowledge and encouraging others to reach their fitness goals. With a unique blend of experience and enthusiasm, Chris continues to empower individuals to embrace a healthier lifestyle and renew their commitment to well-being. Wherever you are, clap it up, snap it up, stomp it up for Coach Chris.
Hey, who they talking about?
Did I make it sound good?
You made it sound, oh my God.
But this is you, bro. This is Coach Chris. And I'm going to give you your flowers, man, because we've been on this journey. Chris and I have known each other for years. He has DJ'd many of my parties. And when I tell you, he never disappoints. And just to see your evolution, or how you've literally been able to merge all three of those entities together, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, thank you.
So congratulations to you.
I appreciate it,
How
man.
you feeling?
Man, listen, God is good. I feel good. Needed some rest this week because as we'll get into right here, okay. Needing some rest this week. Looking to open up. Grand opening
Come
is,
on.
oh my gosh.
Come on. We're going to talk about
Grand opening
it.
is a lot.
Yes,
so
it is.
still having to have regular clients that I deal with, planning a grand opening, being a husband, being a grandfather, you know, all of those things
All
is
the
like,
things.
help me, Lord.
Yeah. Take a moment to pause, give thanks, and say, we got to wait just a second. And then we proceed with what is most important.
Yes.
Tell us about this grand opening.
So,
what are we opening? Where is it opening? Why is it opening?
can I take you on a slight journey?
Come on, please.
All right, so picture it.
Picture this.
2016. Yes. I used to live right around the corner from this building.
And he's from Duval, y'all.
The Duval County, y'all.
Listen, we got to take a pause. The In the Know radio show has been highlighting so many icons from Jacksonville, Florida. We got to give it up for our city. We have some incredible individuals that are making some major impacts. And thank you for sticking with us, because I'm from Jacksonville too. It's very few of us that are still around.
I'm that hard-headed person that when everybody calls me and say, Chris, it's time to move to Atlanta, I'm like, no, I'm staying here.
Yeah.
Just a little tidbit. There are other multi-million-dollar businesses in Jacksonville.
Come on.
That doesn't mean it's because of our hue, the
Yeah.
color of our skin, that we have to go to the quote-unquote Mecca.
Right.
We can do that here in
Come
Jacksonville.
on. Yes, we can.
It's just sometimes a slight mindset shift in ourselves.
Absolutely.
Getting around the right people, like-minded people, and putting in the work.
Put that pressure on.
Yes.
Foot on the gas.
So, 2016, I used to go to this building, and I used to look in the building. Not a lot of stuff in there. Just a little bit. Somebody was open. By this time, I was already working at a couple of other gyms. Big shout outs to all the gyms that I used to work at, people I was with. But I wanted my own.
Yeah.
And I saw in this place, and I used to put my head to the window and looking in like this and say, God, I want to work in there. I want to train in this place. I want my name up there. And I would go up there multiple times. Well, 2018, we ended up moving. Right? So we moved up to the Bay Meadows area. It's an apartment complex that I was in, allowed me to train in our gym for free.
Okay.
So
favor.
Yes. So why go rent somewhere else to train in? So fast forward to earlier this year, my best friend, he knows the owner of the building, and so they were chit chatting, right? And he was like, "Man, I got this gym. I'm so busy with the medical stuff. I don't know what to do, but I want to open this gym."
Come on.
He says, "I don't even want to put my hand on it. I just want to make some money, but I don't know who to get." My best friend was like,
I got you, guy.
so mind you, prayers, when I would pray, my name is being spoken in rooms that I'm not in. Come on, somebody.
The effectual, fervent prayer of the righteous availeth
Come on.
much.
So this was early in the year. He said, Chris, let's wait. We're going to go ahead and, we'll work it in. He already knows who you are. And so then by the summertime frame, made the connect with the guy. He took me into the spot, walked around, and then maybe about 2 or 3 weeks later, before we even got things on the paper, I had the key to the gym.
Come on.
And so by this time, he was like, look, I'll follow your lead. You put in the sweat equity. I'll go ahead and purchase it, whatever that we need. So mind you, I didn't put any money on it.
Say that again.
I didn't put any money. No pennies, no nickels, no
Not a dime.
nothing.
My God.
And so, and I say all of this because I had something that I felt was stolen from me financially, over $40,000.
Wow.
Back in 2018. And I was constantly going to God and saying, God, I want this money back. I want this money back.
Yeah.
That was taken from me.
Yeah.
When I sat in the gym looking at how much money was invested in that
Come
gym
on.
that I did not have to spend,
Exceeding abundance.
above all, I could ask or think. I didn't think that this was going to go on. This gym got LED light. It looked like a club. If you go look at my lives, it looked like a club.
Come on.
So it's dope. So the name that's on the wall right now is Cosmic Gym.
Okay.
Right? And so I said, well, I talked to my partner. I said, hey man, I got a different idea. I want to go a different way with the name. Do you mind if he was like, yeah, sure. And so I sat down with it and I was like, okay, you wanted to have a cosmic feel, but it wanted to have a club feel and all that. So I was like, okay, cosmic. So I was like, he wanted it social.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, well, let's do SOGY, like social,
Okay.
S-O-G-Y for gym, SOGY Fit Club. But when I wrote it down, it looked like soggy. So then I said, well, wait a minute, it's cosmic, just take the C-O. And so now it's C-O-G-Y, COGY Fit Club.
COGY Fit Club.
And so that's what it is. It's a class-based boutique fitness club.
Oh, you know we like boutique.
Come on now.
Boutique make you feel like a VIP.
When you come through,
You feel a little bougie. You feel a little elevated. So we like that. We like that.
I thank you for allowing me to share that story because I know that there's some people out there that's waiting on God to do something. And you mad. You big man.
Big man.
Because that's where I was. My faith was, I was talking, and right before this happened, I was talking to a couple of people, and I was like, I was complaining. I was like, I'm asking God for faith. I'm like, God, I know you could do it, but will you do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
yes. The thing that what God has been showing me, and I'm sure you'll be able to resonate with this, there are things that we pray for, but He knows us better than we know ourselves. He knows where the blessing is going to come from, who's going to need to be there in order for the blessing to be maintained.
Come on.
And what's in you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, the capacity that you're going to need in order to really see this thing through. Because His name is on it. His name is on it. So He wanted to make sure He could trust us with the blessing. And He wants it to be long-term.
Long-term. So watch this. So in 2015, 2016, my sons were still with us. That was early in our marriage. So
shout out to the wifey.
A big shout out.
Shout out to the wifey.
Amanda Courtenay.
Yes, hey girl.
Queen.
Hey girl. We love you.
But so there was a lot of weight on us at the time. You know, I told you I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
When the money is high, it's high.
But baby, when it's low, oh God.
So it was during that low season. And a lot of stuff was going on. But that's when I was looking in this building to pray. I couldn't have handled that if God gave it to me then.
Yeah.
My marriage couldn't have handled it.
Wow.
Me as a father could not have handled it. Trying to open up a new building like that, I would have messed up the relationship with the partner.
Yeah.
So when I was sitting in I go to COGY and I just sit in the gym sometimes.
I love that name.
I love it.
It sounds cozy. It does sound boutique-y. It sounds intentional. COGY.
Yeah,
I'm going to COGY.
Yeah, I'm going to COGY.
I'm going to COGY.
Where you going? I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
Going to COGY. Hello.
So I said,
I love that.
I said, God, thank you for not letting me mess it up.
Yeah.
But you saved it for me.
And He loves us. He loves us enough if we allow His love in. He will allow us to allow Him to save us.
Come on.
Because I'm guilty too. We'll try to push things through. I'm going to make, this is God. I'm going to make this thing happen. And there's a thing where He'll say, hey, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go right. And I'm going to be here. I'm going to be right here whenever you need me again. Because this isn't my best for you. This isn't the perfect will that I have for you. So kudos to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Kudos to you for wanting what God's best is, the timing. And then we're going to talk about how we can be recipients of this. And so Listen, I said this show gonna be it's gonna be lit. I always have my guests to give me their inspirational songs. And so
But we playing
DJ Chris, listen, everybody. He gave me something that I didn't realize I needed. And this music is so impactful and so in line with what you said. And so this first one, I feel like we should do is Watch Me Flex.
Come on now.
Because you flexed back and you flexed forward.
Come on.
You had to make sure you were in a position to be flexible for whenever God said it's time to move forward and when it was time to kind of step back. What does this song do for you?
All of these I work out to.
Yeah.
So it put me in a zone. And it's like, watch me flex. See, I'm like, when I flex, it's like, watch me flex, but you seeing who behind me.
Yeah.
Who I'm flexing for.
Come on.
I'm not that guy no more that used to be super about me. You know what I'm saying? Watch me. But you're going to see me, but you're going to see him through me.
Come on. Hey, enjoy it. Big Phil, our brother, Duval's finest.
Yes.
Watch me flex. This song, all of these songs are so good. Yeah. Hey, download the app, okay? Now y'all know live on Facebook, you can't hear this good music, so you gotta download the app so that way you can hear the music, you can hear the interview, you can hear everything seamlessly. This song is finna get you there. Yes.
If you are here right now, look, I got something for you. If you're watching this show, go to COGY Fit Club. Inbox or post in the know, and I got you.
Ooh,
I got you. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Ooh. Just do what I'm telling you to do, and I got you.
Sound like a giveaway to me. What a beautiful story, man.
Listen to me.
But how quickly, 2018 was not that long ago, especially given the pandemic.
But it felt so long, because again,
2016 was the initial.
And so then that's when Chris Jr. graduated. Excuse me, and then Cameron graduated in 2020. And so it's just that time. And then this year, just now getting the contract at my apartment complex to do the fitness concierge there. So I'm still doing fitness for my apartment complex.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then
you got two.
Yeah, well, the apartment complex is just for the tenants, which is dope because being able to see the plan, work out the kinks, because I am going to take that blueprint and go to other apartment complexes, put trainers in those places. You see what I'm saying? Come on now.
Don't say nothing else, we live.
Mm-hmm.
Some things we're going to talk about off air, because you know.
So, hey.
Baby, that's brilliant right there.
So, I just, God is awesome. The wife that I have, the patience that she's given, that she shows. She was fussing at me this week because I was going, and I kind of snapped at her. I was like, look, it's grand opening. I'm going to be working. But I felt the fatigue starting to get on my back. Yeah. And so I texted her today, left her a voice note to apologize to her. I'm like, baby, it's grand opening. This is a new place. But thank you. You know what I'm saying? And life is not going to be, you talking about Jack's Bridges, just finishing Jack's Bridges. Yes. I said when we first started, one of the first classes, like my business life, my life would never be the same after this class. And it's crazy. It's awesome. So, man.
I plan to try to get in next year.
Get in ASAP.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of, when you get in there and you realize, I just been hustling.
Yeah.
Like, when they start asking about your capability statements and what's your business model and the different things and how to do stuff and where to go to get help. And sometimes we don't, I know for me, I wasn't worried about the Business Development Center at UNF, all that kind of stuff. It's like, go on, but no, utilize all of the free tools and understand how that will catapult you. Absolutely. And it's not, I could go into a place right now to go get that help, but who knows who's in that room?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
All it takes is one. That's awesome. Yeah, I know quite a few people who've gone through that, and you can tell. there's a better framework with their businesses. The marketing is more succinct. I mean, so your point with the stressfulness that we endure.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. So when we come back, we're going to talk about that, how you kind of balance family, business, fatherhood. We've been talking about the word balance is not even the appropriate word anymore, because when you balance, something is not getting all of the, as much attention. So it was Pastor Mike Jr. that he was on the Tamron Hall show, and he says, I don't like the word balance, I like the word orbit. Orbit. Everything is up, but some things are going to get a little bit more of the sun at a time, but it doesn't decrease the importance of those other things, because wifey's still there, but guess what? While wifey is still here, I got to go sign this contract. She's still here. Everything is still on this, as opposed to like a seesaw. We're trying to,
Interesting.
I like that visual that he gave.
Visual
was really good, because it's like they're all important.
Yeah.
But something is, because we are one dimensional in the sense of our view.
Yeah.
That something else is going to literally have to wait in line, but it's still in line. It's still just as significant. So yeah, just talking, you can even share with you what you just shared in terms of just the humanity that you have to have with like, wife, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
And acknowledging her, and what are some tips that you guys can implement or share with the audience on how.
Get with the right people who are doing marriage the right way. We went on a counseling a marriage retreat we were blessed to go on.
Yeah.
God put us on their hearts to invite us to this, and it was so amazing, and things just start leveling up, and I can feel the enemy trying to attack, trying to poke in areas, and I'm just like, the thing now is, if you feel the enemy trying to, get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny because when I was listening to Pastor Darius, he was like, look, you cannot get ready in this battle. You have to get ready before the battle.
All right, and you are listening to the In the Know radio show with me, Michellita Taylor, right here on the Victory Station. Listen, I told you that song, Watch Me Flex, was going to help you get a little bit more motivation. So hopefully you got your little sweat towel. You're ready to continue listening to our interview with Coach Chris, Mr. Renew himself. Thank you again for being with us today on this show.
I feel good, man.
Man, listen, and we just getting started. The journey is just beginning. He just shared with us his grand opening of his fit club, COGY Fit Club. He's going to give us some information on where it's located, how you can go online to book your sessions, all that great stuff before the conclusion of our program. But off air, we were having just a quick conversation, which we often do with our guests, talking about balance. Now, this word, it has multiple meanings, and we do the best we can to use it, especially when we're talking about family, we're talking about business, we're talking about ministry, relationships. And as a business owner, entrepreneur, Chris, I know that those times of tension can arise probably a little bit more frequently than in times past when you were working for somebody else.
Yes.
Because, and I can resonate with this, it's on your shoulders. Like that phrase, you don't work, you don't eat. It has a newfound meaning when you're an entrepreneur, because it really is true.
Yes, it's heavy when, and I don't take away from women. So get me when I, but when
he won't.
But when you are a husband of a wife, that God has trusted you with,
absolutely,
and you got to make sure you're taking care of her.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so then it's when you feel that weight, it's like you feel like you got to go extra. And so that's where I found myself with doing everything right now with COGY. It's like I don't want to let anything slip.
Right.
So I'm up at COGY 7 days a week. And sometimes I'm not coming home until 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I might have a 5 o'clock client. I might have a 6 o'clock client. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so my beautiful wife, she was like, "You going again?" And in that moment, I guess I was starting to feel the beginning of the fatigue. So I was fatigued in my patience or my understanding, because she actually told me, she said, "Babe, I'm not fussing."
Right.
She said, "I'm concerned about you. You need to get some rest." I'm like, "I can't rest. I gotta get this going." You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. You won't do this. Yeah. And then it went till later on that day. I said, "Golly, I've been laid off." And I was like, you know what? Let me. I wasn't in a place where I could call her.
Yeah.
So I sent her a voice note and apologized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so tip number one, own it, fellas, and go apologize.
Own it. Yeah.
Own it and apologize. But I thank God that she is a woman of understanding, a woman of patience, and allows me that room to go be who God has called me to be, because she knew when we first got together that the 9 to 5 wasn't me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she knew.
And but now having to be a better man when it comes to the entrepreneurship, making myself better, taking better care of my time, taking better care of the schedule, taking better care of my health. You know, yes, I'm the personal trainer, I'm the fitness coach, but then there's times where I'm putting so much stuff over here,
right,
that I'm not putting stuff in me.
Yes.
Now I said in me physically, in me spiritually.
Yes.
You know,
all of it.
Oh man, she'll get like, if she don't see me pray. Baby,
come on.
You talk to God?
That's that favor.
Come on, man.
Because her perception is different. So she sees you moving. She sees you leaving. She sees uncompleted tasks that once were. And so then that thing, I need to check in with him. He's going to be upset with me. That's okay though. Because I'm looking for down the road of how him stopping right now was going to benefit. So that's a beautiful thing that you have gotten that favor. And so let's talk about some fitness stuff.
Come on,
okay?
Come on.
Because again, Thanksgiving has come and gone. It was incredible. So it's still the holiday season, and holiday season is really like, I would say up until the first week in January.
Exactly.
Because there's New Year's, and then you still got family there in town. You're still celebrating, still doing all the things. So we still need to make sure that we are maintaining good habits so we can still eat those good foods, and so we can still have those healthy conversations with our friends and our family. So first question, what are some simple, time-efficient exercises we can incorporate during this busy time of year?
Oh man, easy. Get up about 15 minutes earlier, stretch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
YouTube University is great.
Listen.
There's a plethora of exercises that you could do from home on the YouTube channel. You don't need any equipment. You don't need anything. You can find something that you resonate with on YouTube. Do that for 15 minutes. It makes you feel better in the morning. It releases so many endorphins. Some people are like, oh, I want to be. No, watch. Do it.
So listen, 15 minutes doesn't sound like a lot of time, right? I'm going to tell on myself. 15 minutes early, it's a struggle.
I got you, because
it can be a struggle. So what are some things we can put in place? And this is more of that mindfulness, because we need to know what are the benefits. You know, I do a lot of self-talking, Michellita. Now, you know, if you don't, this can happen. If you do, this can happen. Okay. So what are some practical mindfulness things for those people that are, you know, like me sometimes, who struggle with, it's just 15 minutes, but it's still 15 minutes.
Go to bed early. Put the phone down, to cut all the screens off. Yeah. Because you have to rest better. 15 minutes, honestly, is nothing. If you set that clock 15 minutes earlier, don't hit the snooze button. Right. So watch this. If you have responsibilities that you've got children that you have to deal with in the morning, get ready. You still need that time alone. Get up and stretch. Do a light workout. And as you begin to put that into practice, a body at motion tends to stay in motion. A body at rest tends to stay at rest. Your body will begin to ask you for more. That 15 minutes will be like, man, I want to. You'll feel yourself wanting to do more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so watch this. When you cut the TV off 2 hours early at night, or an hour early, no screen time for at least an hour. Give your mind time to rest. You might read a book. You might stretch. You might just rest. Go to sleep. Yeah. Right? Wake up in the morning. You'll feel more. Because let me talk to rest. I'm sorry. When we rest at night, we have to get into that REM. and that's where our body recovers the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when you get
And that takes time.
but when you get more time in that realm, let's say if you wake up earlier, your body got more rest.
Yeah.
And it's not the quantity of the hours.
Right.
It's the quality of the rest. So now if you're getting up 15 minutes earlier, it's just 15 minutes earlier. You know what I'm saying?
So there's a sequence to it. So turning off screens, TV, phone, getting still, maybe putting on some light music or something, or just dimming the lights and just not moving your body. And that will help us to get to the REM quicker. And REM may be 3-4 hours, and we will feel much better in the morning, so that 15 minutes can be obtained.
Much
So it starts at night.
It starts at night.
It starts at night. Simple things. All right. How do you recommend staying active while traveling or attending a lot of different Christmas parties or functions?
That's interesting.
And that seems to be active, right? Going to all the parties, but being intentional with that physical fitness aspect.
So I know this is the coach in me, right? Because the first thing I'm going to say is what's more important. This party is once a year. And let's be honest, most of these people you're not going to see that often.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
It goes back to carving out your time, placing yourself in that place of importance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because guess what? Oh Lord, some of us.
He's closing his eyes.
Some of us are not happy as we're getting ready for these Christmas parties.
Ooh, talk about it.
Those buttons aren't quite buttoning like they used to. The zippers aren't going up as easy as they used to. But you're still ready to kind of go out. No, like look, put yourself in a different place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is showing you that you have been neglecting yourself.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's those are the tough things that I have to talk to people about.
Right.
It's like, look, can I be honest with you? You came to me, you trust me, right?
Right.
And boom, do this. This is why this is that.
Do you find that sometimes the self-value system impacts that a lot? Because I think some of us, when we consider what we could be, there's that fallback to say, well, then, but this is good enough. I'm okay. I mean, I think I've done my best.
I don't think it's self-worth is how bad you want it. How bad does it hurt right now? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you heard people say, girl, what you going to the gym for? You don't need to.
Right.
But like for me, I think I can say what I'm getting ready to say. I saw a picture of myself or a video of myself when I was at the pool. And I had, I call them moves. Moves.
Yeah. Those are man boobs.
Yes. They were a little bit too. They weren't flexing. They were just there. And I was like, I don't like how that looks. And then after about maybe 3 months, I was like, yo. I was back in the pool. I was like, I look good. And I felt good.
Yeah.
I felt better.
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't have to have on a t-shirt or a tank top at the pool or at the beach or whatever. I could go out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, that was my pain point. Where's the pain point?
That's good.
When you find that pain point and you don't want that anymore, you're going to do what you need. And don't let the doctor tell you you need to do something.
Listen.
Come on.
And that's what we don't want to get to. To your point, when people, they assume when you're a certain frame or weight that exercising isn't as essential. It is. My doctor was not happy with me 3 times this year because cholesterol wasn't where it needed to be. She threatened me. She said, now look here, you got one more time and we're going to have to change what this is going to look like for you. How much are you exercising? And I wasn't exercising like I used to. The excuse, I'm a child, I got this. It's like, yeah, but we're going to have to cut that out because this is going to be your consequence. If you don't get to this gym 3 times a week, 30 minutes or 15 minutes every day, something just to get that heartbeat going, get that cardio going. And it had nothing to do with my size.
Let me help you out real quick. For those of you who have kids at the house, many trampolines are inexpensive.
Yes, they are. I was on one last night.
You're so right. At COGY Fit Club, we do have a trampoline class. But watch this. If you get a mini trampoline at the house, I've seen some morbidly obese people just bounce in one place for 15 minutes for a certain amount of time, and they begin to drop weight. But the benefits of mini trampoline classes, it does help with muscles. there's a NASA study that shows it helps with the muscles. If you're in the right position, you can feel it in the quads, that's the front of your legs. You can feel it in the hamstrings, the back of your legs. You can feel it in the glutes, your calves. You can feel all of that, right? It helps also with helping to stave off osteoporosis, especially in perimenopausal women. You know what I mean? Yeah. It helps with the lymphatic system as well. So those of us that are carrying a little bit more fluid in our body, that needs to help that move through the body. Trampoline classes really help. And watch this. If you're on the trampoline for 15 minutes, it's like you did 30 minutes of workout.
Wow. So at COGY, the trampoline class is about to be waiting list.
That trampoline class is going to be lit.
And that's fun too. Because that's the other thing I'm going to talk about with fitness and working out. You know, sometimes it feels like a chore. I got to go to the gym. And I know it's the getting there. If I go, because I'm a YouTube University kind of person as well. But sometimes you just want to get out and you want to kind of be in that environment. But making it fun helps a person to be a little bit more motivated to be able to work out. Yes.
In the fitness industry, I heard a person say this. Because now, one thing, we got ebbs and flows in the industry. You know, you got trends that come and go. But group training classes they're never going anywhere. There's always going to be some iteration of a group training class. Yeah. But the person that's in there training people, that is the person that's going to help make this class be what it is.
Absolutely.
You can get a trainer.
Yes.
But you can't make that trainer be an entertainer.
Right.
You can get an entertainer and show them how to train these people and
now
how to be a coach.
Okay,
that's me.
That makes sense.
And now you having fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to get on you, Michellita. All right, now you know that's 5 pounds. Get that 10 pounder.
Right.
I'm tired of seeing you with the 5 pounds.
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
Or you sit down in that squat a little bit more. Whatever. Right. Oh man, I thought you couldn't see me, coach. No, I see everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but I make it fun. Yeah. You know, so again, we got the trampoline class. We're gonna have we call it COGY Bounce. It's a trampoline class. Okay. COGY Burn and COGY Boot Camp. They're more so your building stuff. You got your lightweight and your heavyweight resistance training. But then we got COGY Boogie. COGY Boogie is a dance-based class. Okay. So we're gonna have mixed fit. We're gonna have line dancing. Yeah. And we're gonna have some Zumba as well. Okay. So all of that is fun. Yes. And you just come in there and you meet some good people, and sometimes you guys got to get around some different people. Listen, the environment that you're in makes it conducive for that change. So sometimes we do try to do things on our own. To your point about the YouTube, it's good, but sometimes when you are in that environment, not only are you getting more physically fit, you're making more connections, and I feel like that's where that mindfulness and that mental wellness really can go to the next level. Can I take it to church real quick? Come on. When the Bible talks about, not forsaking, I'm paraphrasing, forsaking the gathering together of the saints, right? Yeah. I understand why we have to be connected, because there is something about being in the same area with people with the same faith, with the same energy of faith. It's that level, right? And so then when you see somebody that you've never known before, but they had your same struggle, but they got over it. Yeah. They overcome by the and the power of the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. That's the word. How are you going to get that from YouTube? Okay. Because that's another layer of work that you're going to have to do. So if you are in a class and you're surrounded by other people, that's something that you won't have to worry about. So I know in these classes, again, y'all, this playlist today is really, really great. So are we going to the general? We got to play the general. You talking about my boy? We got to play the general. Do you hear me? Come on now. Listen, Petty D. Okay? Petty D. Petty D, a friend of mine. Man, I got to serve with him, travel with him, do some incredible things with this general, as the coach just stated. And we're going to play his song, I'm a Vet. Listen. That's my brother. These are the songs that you will hear during your fitness sessions with Mr. Renew You, Coach Chris. Enjoy. I'm a Vet.
And
this is so good.
The dope part about it is we're like just the gambit of music, the people that's gonna be there. The owner was like, hey,
are you gonna do some live stuff?
Like online?
No, like in the gym.
I don't understand the question.
So like a live fitness event.
Okay, so we're gonna have like outside of the classes, we're gonna have, I'm talking to Jerron. He was like, man, we need to get in here, put a band and whatever in here. I'm like, yeah, we can do that. I'm already gonna have DJs in there as well. So if I'm not training and I've got that type of class where I can DJ with, I'll be DJing. And if I'm not DJing, I'm either gonna bring in either some of my DJ buddies, but I really want to get some young DJs to teach and kind of bring them on my wing and say, hey, these are the things you would do.
Yeah.
You know, this is how you can mix, and then even get their flavor. You know what I'm saying? Because 20 years in the game.
Well, and because of your audience too. So the members that are going to be coming in. So like anything, people have certain preferences of DJs or sound. So I'm sure probably at some point you'll have like this DJ for these instructors. So when people go to book, they're like, oh, DJ so-and-so.
But you know what? I like to keep it because I don't want it heavy.
True, on
a
one.
certain class.
True.
That's just like pastor head, pastor not here. Okay, well, I ain't going.
True.
So I want people to understand that
it's gonna be seamless.
And then we have I don't want the DJ to be played out. So I want people to understand, like, we might have like our fit parties, and those will be on Friday nights, but it's not every Friday night. So we have our regular classes, but then this will be a class where it's just class back to back to back, more trainers. It's going to be a party atmosphere. We're going to have like a lot of stuff there. So yes, when you say lives, I didn't understand what you meant when you said live, but I get it now.
Yeah.
So
you did the grand opening already.
No, grand opening is going to be in
the first of the year.
The first of the year, and soft opening is going to be next weekend. And so with the soft opening, I'm not really, because it'll be from noon to 3. We're going to be doing some classes, but then we're going to be shooting more promotional videos there, so we can have some more ads and stuff going out. But everything's going to ramp up from there till the 11th. We're going to do at 3 p.m.
What date is the grand opening?
Saturday, January 11th.
February?
January.
January 11th.
And that's going to be at 3 p.m. Which was interesting because I wanted to be at noon, but the pastor and wife that the pastors, I should say, that I wanted to bring out to do like the invocation and the blessing, he had something he had to do by noon. But before I even said noon, I said, I'm going to do it at 3 o'clock. Because we got married at 3 o'clock. That's the only reason I want to do that at 3 o'clock. And he told me, he said, well, Chris, I got this, I got going on. He said, but as soon as I could be back to the gym, it's 3 o'clock.
Wow.
So I said, okay, God.
I love how God does stuff like that. I just love how he does stuff like that.
But
can't make that stuff up.
And everything is just, when I tell you, and I see
It's your season.
I get goosebumps when I hear people say that, because the things that I've been digging and scrapping and trying to fight and do. So the supplements, like even with the supplement companies that I've been with, right? So he has the semaglutide shots and the testosterone shots. And so I said, do you mind if I bring any other supplements in? He said, go ahead.
This one, you can do it down. We'll go back in. You don't have to play all 3. So when this finish, we're going to get ready to go back in. Because I want us to talk more.
Time, yeah. So,
and that was Petty D, Duval's finest. He's not here right now, but he's from the Ville with I'm a Vet. And if you're just now tuning in, you're listening to the In the Know radio show with me, Michellita Taylor, with special guest, Coach Chris, who is getting ready to open up an incredible gym here in Jacksonville. Tell the people about the gym.
COGY Fit Club.
COGY.
It is a boutique class-based fitness club where we offer class-based group training. We do personal training, semi-private training. We're going to have some small group training, and we're going to also have facilitated stretching. Facilitated stretching is you just lay down on the table and let our stretch professionals.
Where is it located? What side of town?
2624 Atlantic Boulevard, Suite number 4. Now listen, if you know Jacksonville, if you're coming from downtown and you know where Atlantic Boulevard and Beach Boulevard make that split, it is right there.
Right there, on the right.
On the right.
If you're coming from the downtown area. I love it. And he's going to talk about some special deals as he's going to be having and offering for those of you who are listening to the In the Know radio show, and about his incredible grand opening that's going to be taking place. But for now, Coach Chris is making sure that we're able to tackle these holidays well, and making sure that our physical health doesn't decrease from all the work that we've been doing, you know, because the summertime is a hot time. So a lot of people are in that gym, but it's like when it starts to kind of change to September, October, like, oh, I'm good enough. Let's take care of me. And it's like, no, you can't let up. So how do we stay motivated? I know you mentioned earlier, you gotta want it, but some people may not want it, but they need it. So what is a way that a person who may be like, a little bit indifferent, but you know physically this could be a game changer for you?
One, it's the people who you, again, we talked about being around people.
Yeah.
That's one. You got to get the right people, because you can be in a certain mindset, but if you're there by yourself, how do you get out? When two walk together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when one person's fall, the other person had to pick the person up. You know what I'm saying? You got to have you some people around you that can say, hey, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I would even think, too, your family is a motivating factor. Your children can be a motivating factor. You wanting to be around for your family. Not just being, like actively participating with them. Not being out of breath every time you get up from the chair or your child runs across and you, hold on, wait a minute. Give mom a break.
And then from an aspect of, I want, like my grandchildren. I remember seeing my grandfather in the garden and chopping wood, and I thought he was Superman. He was strong. I want my grandchildren to look at me like that.
Yeah.
I want them to be like, Pop, Pop. Oh my gosh, Pop, Pop. And then when they say, Pop, Pop, let's go. Can we go play? I want to be there to be able to do that. I want to be physically strong. When you're stronger, you're better mentally. You have more creativity. You have more productivity. You have more longevity.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I always want people to say, to see and feel and believe. And then, of course, I'm a husband. That's it.
Come on. Listen,
I'm a husband.
There's a period right there.
I'm a husband.
Because of all of the things that comes with that particular title. So when we're talking about motivation, I feel like the next step, I'm a little motivated now, okay? Now I need to set some goals, all right? So what type of goals would a person who said, you know what, this is something new that I'm incorporating into my life, but I do want to see results. I don't want to just say I went to the gym and just because I said I went to the gym or I did something on YouTube. What is a way that a person can kind of establish that into their routine?
So one, you got to be smart. You got to be smart goals. You got to be attainable. You got to be, you cannot say I'm going to lose. If weight loss is your goal, you cannot say I'm going to lose 55 pounds in 55 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to bulk up and gain muscle, you got to understand what it takes to do that. So you got to have, not using the acronym SMART goals. I really want to use the term SMART. Like you can't be
common sense.
goal. So if you want to be stronger, if you want to you got to build endurance first, right? Before you can build the strength. How do you build endurance? Endurance is taking this one weight and lifting it for an amount of time until that weight gets light and you go to the next weight, right? How many times can I move this one weight?
Right.
How long can I endure this? How can I endure these squats, these push-ups and everything like that? So if you want to do a push-up challenge, do a push-up challenge. If you want to do a squat challenge, do a squat challenge. So your goal is, let's say if I did 10 push-ups this week or 5 modified push-ups. Yeah. Next week, I want to be able to do 8 modified push-ups. In a month, I want to be able to do, for not modified, but 3 regular push-ups.
Yeah.
So then when you get those goals, now you say, how do I achieve those goals? If you cannot get the answer to that, yes, you have Google, you have YouTube and everything, but listen, it's going to take an investment. Yeah. I understand for some people it is hard financially, but you pay for what you want.
Right. Very true.
If you say, I really want to be better here, I'm not going to eat out of this fast food restaurant. Whenever I get ready to go, I got to make a sacrifice until I get enough money to say, hey, I can at least get one session with a fitness coach.
Yes.
And they can point me in that right direction.
It's so good too, because we do take for granted YouTube. We do take for granted our self-will, but there is something about when you put money towards something that you really want to elevate in your life. And it may not be something that is a year or years long, but you want to start strong. You want to start right. Because if you don't, then you could be hurting yourself.
You can definitely injure yourself.
You can hurt yourself. You can, you can cause something negative to happen in your life. Your thought process towards what you're doing can now be decreased. I tried to work out and I messed up my leg. But who was working with you? What guidance did you have, when you were moving in this direction?
So it's kind of like in life, you know what I'm saying? If you have you start with bad habits, you've built something wrong, right? How do you know that you're not doing this exercise right if you're in front of YouTube? The person on YouTube cannot correct you.
Right.
You're saying I'm still doing these push-ups, but you're not really changing. You're not watching the form on YouTube.
Right.
When you're with me or even in a class, let's say you cannot afford to get in a class. With a personal trainer, get to a class.
Yeah.
There's some amazing trainers in the city that have grants that people go and work with them at no cost. Go get with them.
Yeah.
And then that's what you gotta do something.
Yeah. So we got common sense goals that we want to start with. We want to make sure that we can put in some type of investment, which will require sacrifice. If you just sacrifice 1 to 2 meals a week for a couple of months, you're good to go. And after a while, your diet's going to change anyway. So some of the places that you're eating out, you're not even going to eat there anymore. You're not going to want to eat there anymore.
Your palate changes.
And that's where I love that, that's how that mindfulness really starts to connect, because now I'm thinking about, not just looking at, I'm really thinking about, is this going to benefit my body? This is a temple. I have to be mindful of what I'm putting in the body so the body can work properly for me, for what God has called me to do.
I gotta say this. One thing I learned, I knew about it, but I didn't put it into practice. Chew your food.
Now, this is where the speech therapist comes out of me.
Slow down.
Break it down. That mastication is everything.
Come on.
That helps with the digestion. So way, what needs to stay will stay, and what needs to go will go.
And you won't be bloated. You won't have the body is working too hard to break that food down. Now we're causing all this gas, and you're bloated, and you're not. Come on.
We're not even getting to fasting. We're not gonna talk about fast. That's another show. Fasting is a whole other show. So we started with some goals, something that is common sense. I love that, because smart is a different type of way of thinking about it, but something that's common sense, something that will require a sacrifice, something that will require some assistance, somebody observing what you're doing to get you started, so that way this habit can become a lifestyle. Now, how can those of us who have these incredible jewels called children incorporate that into our lives? And I know it can be done.
So
how can we do it?
Look at playtime and try to give them room enough to be kids as they play, but do some sort of exercise together. You can dance together.
Yes.
If you what's the baby with the raps on YouTube, the sing along songs that's real heavy now. It's not.
You talking about Gracie's Corner?
Yeah,
come on, Gracie.
Come on.
Baby, we play some Gracie.
Dance to that.
Yes.
And that's all it takes.
Shout out to Gracie's Corner and the No Radio Show.
Listen, link up with them. But so you do that, and even if you say, okay, let's go ahead, because I think there are some mommy and me workouts on YouTube or whatever, but just if you go to the park and just run in the park, run in the grass, go play some games. Don't just sit in the house. When you come home, I understand. Please believe me, y'all. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. I understand what it is when you come home from a busy day and you just want to rest.
Yeah.
And your child is like, hey.
I need you. I want you.
But now, because guess what's going to happen when you go outside and run around and play? Them suckers going to get tired. They're going to go to sleep.
Come on here. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
It's a good one, too.
So doing those things, even for a 15, 20-minute time frame per day, and you don't have to always go outside. Make it fun to where, because if you're not doing anything right now, them 15, 20 minutes is going to get your heart rate up.
Absolutely.
You're going to feel it in the muscles. And then you're connecting time with your child. Yep. I always said, I cannot remember, and it's no knock against my mama, I always say this, but I don't remember my mama working out. when we was younger.
Yeah.
I don't remember. My grandfather worked in the garden. And he did all that, but I don't remember him exercising.
Right.
Now, our children need to be able to see us taking care of our bodies.
Yes.
And so that they can say, oh, that's just normal because mom and dad and them did it.
And using the language and telling them the why.
Yes.
And why they should do it also. Our kids are brilliant.
Yes.
They know a lot more than what we give them credit for. So really kind of partnering those things together, they will even become our accountability partners.
Yeah,
and say, Mommy, you didn't do that.
Yep.
Well, isn't it this? Yes, you're right.
And then
You're absolutely right. Let me fix that.
Let's say one of your friends try to say, hey, did you go work out today? And you know you didn't go work out today. And you sit and say, oh, yeah, I would have. Mama, you ain't going to work out.
You didn't go. I mean, we got ice cream, remember? Which is so good. Again, bringing the entire unit, the whole family along with our physical fitness and mindfulness goals. Are there some things that you and your wife, in terms of working out?
So we have Coach and the Queen. So there's sometimes we go live on the trampolines and we work out. She comes right now to COGY on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays as we're getting things going and we work out. She has a 2-year-old cockapoo that she goes out and she walks fast with her.
Oh my goodness.
So we put those things together so that we can work out together. I mean, we're midlifers.
I love it.
We're midlifers.
Which goes back to kind of the beginning of our conversation where you as an entrepreneur have all those multiple hats that you play. And again, we were talking about balance and orbiting all of those things that are super important, where you're able to integrate it together seamlessly and have the benefits of it. And not only that, others like myself can see what you're doing and how it's working. We can see the fruit of why those things are in play and what it can produce.
There's some things that I did not hear in church when it comes to marriage. We didn't hear a lot about healthy couples working out together. So, I'm measuring my words. Couples, your bond grows. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You're working out together. There are some natural things in the body that happens. Pheromones are released.
Yeah.
So now you're talking about you're as a couple,
bond.
you're the bond and desiring it. It's a natural desire.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So there's some things that we don't talk about. So I feel like I really. That's where I gotta talk to.
Yeah.
If I didn't say I am a minister, my wife is, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
But there are certain things I know that God has showed me, and He said, "This is where I want you at, here."
Yeah.
Because you notice it's not there. Well, maybe it's for you to do, son.
And in order for you to get there,
You gotta do it.
and you gotta be physically capable. Because again, the capacity for what it is for our next, we don't always know. But there's some natural things that we can do right now to prepare for that. Chris, thank you for being on our show today. Okay, so you got to tell the people again. So it is COGY Fit Club, the bougie, okay?
COGY.
COGY, it's my spelling here. COGY off of Atlantic Boulevard. Tell us about the grand opening that's going to be taking place.
Lord,
But you can share, because this little teaser.
Well, the grand opening is going to be January the 11th at 3 p.m. We will have a ribbon cutting ceremony. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a live DJ there. It's just
That's a good time. 3 p.m. is a good time.
Yes, I want to catch people. Everybody should be back home from traveling. You know what I'm saying? We are going to have a soft opening next Saturday, the 21st.
Okay.
From noon to 3. And of course, we'll be doing some promotional video shoots and stuff like that. But I really we're at 2624 Atlantic Boulevard, Suite number 4. Again, it's 2624 Atlantic Boulevard, Suite number 4. It's in the E-Med Multi-Specialty Group building. So you will see on the building, currently it says Cosmic Gym. So you will see that there. If you are listening and you're a faithful listener to In the Know,
come on,
inbox me, hit me up, let me know, shout out In the Know, and I got you. We got sign up fees, but you won't pay a sign up fee.
Oh, look at that.
No sign up fee.
Come on.
Just In the Know. The sign up fee is $99, right?
Listen.
If you talk about you with In the Know, I'm down with Michellita.
Come on.
No sign up fee.
Listen, y'all heard it here, okay? Mention the In the Know radio show, and your blessing will be waiting for you. Thank you also. We're getting ready to wrap up because I want to hear one more song, okay? And I want to hear the song Turn Up.
D King.
By D King, okay? But those of you who have been listening, thank you so much for your faithfulness and your support. I am so excited to be here on the Victory Station in 2025. Oh my goodness. We're going up. We're going up. So stay tuned to all the things in the know and with things that are happening with me as your Miss Black Florida USA. You can check out my website at www.tailormadevoices.com. Have a special event for all of my moms with children ages 5 and under. We're doing a free community photo shoot. Free photo shoot for you and your child in Bayless Park, that's San Marcos Square. That's happening next Sunday, December 22nd from 2 to 4 p.m. Make sure you go to the website to register. But thank you for listening. And now we're going to hear Turn Up by D King. See you next week.
That was awesome.
That was great. That hour go by fast, don't it?
And you very masterful with the time. Octavius drilled that into me. Oh, he drilled that into me. Great synergy with the producer.
Yeah.
I mean, this is phenomenal.
Thank you.
I got the itch back.
Somebody else said this. We're like, I've been wanting to do this. And it's a thing where you kind of know this is your niche, right? Because, like I said, I've not done, but I love interviewing. I love to talk. I love to connect with people. And it bears weight when we're talking about, you know, something you desired 2016, but God knew it wasn't time because he needed those years of experience to make you so much more relevant and then have an ability to connect with all the people. And that's how I look at some things, the doors that God has opened for me where I wanted then. He's like, but you didn't have enough then. I need you to live a little bit more because it's going to enable you when you do have these moments to where you can say, oh yeah, I have to do this. And oh yeah, the oh yes wouldn't have happened if this door or opportunity would have been there. So that's the part I love about what God is doing for all of us in this season where it's like we've been in prep mode for years, but the beautiful thing about us as well is keeping the faith. And that's the thing that I've been don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Just because it hasn't come yet doesn't mean it's not coming. It's just some things that God is truly developing in you and preparing for you so that way when it's time to step into it, it's not even a big deal. It's just another day. Oh, I got a grand opening next week. Like, because I've been doing it. So it's not a whole, I got a grand opening next week. I got a radio show. I got a radio show start next week.
But here's the thing.
You've been doing it.
I did not.
Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see y'all next week. In the know, hey,
Share
COGY Fit said he has something special for you guys, for those of you who are listening to the In the Know radio show. So get your blessing, okay? We'll see you next week.
Share her page.
Share it.
In the know, 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 in the know. This is the place to be. Turn your radio station to Victory, where the Spirit of the Lord is liberty. Tune in to the station that set you free. We going up right now. Please tune in, don't touch that dial. We so blessed and you wanna know how? Not talking, we just living out loud.